Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this live stream. I'm joined with Maria Anderson.
Hello,
right?
Da Vinci. Hello, Mandy.
The crypto
Hello,
lady
guys.
there. Also, Matthias Mende. How you doing, man?
Well, good, brother. Glad to finally made it on your podcast.
Oh,
I feel
man.
honored.
Awesome, right? Well, you guys know Maria. She was here before, right? Mende, man. What have you been up to lately?
Honestly, I've been just sitting in the office and working with my team.
Oh, okay.
Building. I'm like Jesse in Breaking Bad when they capture him and put him in the cage to produce
Oh my
the
God.
bad stuff. But I'm forced responsible to deliver for my investors and people and everyone. So pushing
Interesting.
it hard.
Yeah, so if you guys want to follow Mende, you could always follow him on x.com. Link is in the description below, right? Mende, right? He has a lot of cool followers, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
Some of the nicest in the game.
Awesome. Also, Maria Anderson, check out her Instagram page, right? You're doing crypto content all the time, especially with me, right?
A lot.
Yeah, lots of fun stuff. So
Yeah.
check out Maria Anderson as well. Alrighty, so you guys, right? You know all about the show. Do you know what we do here? Right, I do the news, and then at the end of the news, right, we do something very disgusting, very ugly. You need soap and towels for this one. Right? We go full degen into the meme space, and we buy stuff that really people should not be buying. People will beg us on the show, for love of God, don't buy that.
No financial, no investment at all.
Exactly.
That's all.
It's definitely not financial advice. But the reason why we do it is because we have fun doing it, and one day, just maybe one day, we can secure the bloodline.
With some
With
people.
the meme coin, blood sign security. You're like, whatever. I can see it in your
Matt
face.
is
You're
like,
like,
I'm
Matthias is like,
Oh, the meme coins are
okay.
good.
He's like,
Memes are fun.
okay.
Maybe one day they can secure the bloodline. Maybe.
One day.
We're securing our bloodline, one fart coin at a time.
And you're a meme coin millionaire. Imagine. Trillionaire.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
Nice,
Anyways,
Nice.
with that said, right, Bitcoin has gone down, crypto has gone down, and you know, there's just no need to have sex because, right, crypto fucks me every time. You're like, yeah, aren't you upset, right? You bought Bitcoin maybe around 110, 108. You felt good, and then it went down.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, God damn it. Guys, don't worry. Hold on to your Bitcoin. Not your meme coins, but Bitcoin.
Well, definitely, because people are buying Bitcoin at the top and then, okay, it's going down 5%, I'm selling.
Yeah. Don't be like these the stock people who sell, right? Because things are going down. You wanna buy and hold Bitcoin. Yeah, I know it hurts sometimes. It hurts, right? But that's the only way to get pregnant.
Oh my God. What's going on here?
That said, Pakistan confirms plans for strategic Bitcoin reserves.
Good news.
Damn, G. What do you guys think about that? Is that bullish for Bitcoin?
It's very bullish for Bitcoin.
Yeah, I think it might be.
I think, of course. I have a lot of Pakistani followers. They love crypto.
I wonder if any other nation might possibly do the same thing. I wonder.
Interesting. Let's think about that.
Well, that El Salvador, they kind of backed out, right?
El Salvador. What are you talking about? They're still in it.
No, they
They're
backed out.
they're bragging about their profits.
But it's not the main tender anymore.
Well, they
They've changed.
stopped it, but there's still reserves. They still have the reserves.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's see.
They still have the reserves.
Guys, let us know in the comments what are your thoughts on
Exactly. And you have any cool comments over there, make sure that you highlight them right
Yeah.
here. Randy, so you're in control of that comments, right, section there. So
Guys, comment and please hit that like. We need your support.
what do you guys think? Is this bullish for Bitcoin, right? I think it is, right? Yeah.
Bullish for Bitcoin, right? Bullish.
All right, Michael Saylor's strategy address allegedly revealed by Arkham with 48.8 billion worth of Bitcoin. God damn. Looks like he's sweating, right? Well, anyways, did you guys hear at the conference that he did not want to reveal his addresses
Why
of
would
his
you?
reserves, right? And he says there's a whole bunch of ton of security issues. Yet Arkham said, these are his right here, right? We found them all. That's all his addresses.
Well, it's
right?
all about decentralization. I don't know.
Right? I mean, the point of Bitcoin is to know that there's only 21 million, and we know who has what.
Yeah.
And when you're putting money in the you know how MicroStrategies works, right? Do you know how it works?
Well, they're buying Bitcoin out of debt.
Okay.
But how
That's-
100% works, I do not understand. I feel the debt money is money which people own someone, but they use it to buy more assets, which is like a double debt in my opinion. But maybe you can explain it to me so I finally understand this concept.
Okay, so I've always explained this concept many times on this show, and I'm going to explain it again. How does Michael Saylor's strategy actually borrow money to buy Bitcoin and not have it liquidated should the price go down? That is the real question everybody asks me. And it's really simple. Michael Saylor says, hey, you want to lend me some money so I can buy Bitcoin? And people go, yeah, I'll do that. You're going to back up that debt with the Bitcoin, right? No, I'm not, he says. You're like, okay, so you're going to give me a high interest rate, right? He says, no, I'm not. Okay, I'm sorry, but if I'm lending you money, I'm trying to make money here. So how am I going to make money? He says, simple. If you give me that money, you lend it to me, right? I'll give you 0% interest rate, but I'll let you convert that debt into my stock after my stock goes up 30% from the date you give me that money that you're lending to me at 0%. So I won't even bother paying it back, by the way. So that's the scam. And so when you convert it to stock, you could then borrow against it and get your money back. Boom.
Wow.
I know. It's like, he's like, you can see the wheels turning. Like, what? Huh? That's the wheels turning.
I mean,
so convertible debt, right? So basically it's a stock. You could take the stock, you give them the debt, the money. The only thing you get is that you can convert it to his stock later on, only if the stock goes up. So you're only going to be betting on, what you're doing is you're taking that money, lending it to him and betting on the fact that Bitcoin will cause his stock to go higher, which you could then convert to the stock so you can get that money back by borrowing against it.
Wow.
makes sense. Understand, but
Because you get the stock, so you're really getting your money back plus 30%.
Not bad.
Yeah.
true, but I think initially the investors, they bet more. They will profit mainly from the stock, not from the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin is a side effect which will make the stock benefit.
Yes.
But I think mainly this is the best thing to do for corporations who are not immediately allowed to invest straight into Bitcoin. That's-
Yeah, I know. But here's the thing. The reason why this works is because where are these people getting this money to borrow, to give him the cash to lend him this money, lend them this money? They're not taking money out of their pocket
Yeah.
and then giving it to him to borrow, to lending it to him. Hell's no. They're borrowing it from the bank
From the back.
and then giving it to him to get free stock and then coming back and paying back the bank with the free stock that's one up higher.
And they borrow more, huh?
And then they borrow more and do it again.
But it's like a house of cards, no? If Bitcoin dips to
Yeah, well, that's not
50,
that's
30K, let's
that's
say, go
that's
for
the
that.
that's the person lending him the money's problem, not Michael Saylor's problem. So they're taking the risk, not Michael, right? That's right.
Okay, yeah.
That's the scam. That's how it works. Okay?
It's a little bit of a scam.
It's not a scam. It's just a money glitch.
Money.
It's just a little glitch.
Oh, damn. All right. Bitcoin can reach 200K in 2025 after obvious price breakout signal. Okay. Well, would you guys like 200K Bitcoin? Okay, that's his strategy. No pun intended. That's a good one. Oh, man. So let's see here.
Let's see.
The analysis on Bitcoin's breakout signal.
Infinite money.
We're there. Okay. I don't know. This is like somebody indicating, oh, yeah, we've seen these charts before. It's just saying that, you know what, we're in that cycle. The cycle is going to break higher. We've seen these before. Yes, that's right. Bitcoin's going higher. Don't you agree?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Done. We all agree.
Yeah.
All right. Solana chart hints at 180% rally to $300 if key technical trend holds. You know, I've looked at the Solana technical analysis, and if we get to $300, that's possible. We have to hold above the I think it was like the 220, 260 area before we know we're going to get to $300. I think like I could show you a chart, but you know what? I'm going to do that another time. Guys, hit the subscribe. I'm going to do a chart, show you where Solana is going to go, right? Most likely going to go during this bull market. It may not pass this $300 level. That's a sad thing. And the reason why is because everything is going to go into Bitcoin. And any money that goes into different altcoins is going to go across everything, like not just Solana, but all the meme coins. All the different chains that are coming out. A lot of people are inventing new chains and so forth. So money's going to go everywhere, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And they can't rise all the boats super high because in the past, there was only a certain number of cryptos you can buy.
Yeah.
Now there's so many.
Blockchains, like thousands of blockchains. Wow.
And tokens.
Tokens, millions.
I was checking in 2021 at the end of the year when I had the chance to actually launch, and I didn't. Then I checked like a few months back, so at this time there was like 200,000 tokens, and now there are like 8 million tokens.
Yeah,
exactly.
More.
So,
imagine how many meme coins are being launched every single second.
And it's just going to continue for a while. So,
do you think we will see altcoin season, Da Vinci?
I mean, we'll have an altcoin season in dollars, but not in Bitcoin, against Bitcoin, right? That's a good question, right? So, infinite money glitch, yes, that's true. That's true. He's got the...
I had it on before, but let's show it again because it's let's actually add it to it.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, Mendy's here looking out for your questions and stuff like that, and he's going to add it to favorites and so forth, and so we can like get back to them at the end of the show. Okay, Bitcoin, okay, analysis. Another analysis says we're going to go peak in 220K to 330K range. You know, where do you guys think that Bitcoin's going? Everybody has their predictions. I'm thinking anywhere from 150 to 200,000. What's your prediction, Maria?
I think in 2025, 200,000 quite possible. And of course, beyond that, we have only the sky is like the limit for that. You know, $1 million, $2 million. It's also possible.
What about you, Mendy?
Well, I believe that it will go this year till like 200K till the end of the year.
Yeah.
Because so many are jumping in, and when I see this Nakamoto.com, David Bailey say they raise $100 million a day for companies which put Bitcoin in their strategic reserves. So
yeah, and then there's GameStop doing the same thing. There's
even GameStop is now doing this, and that is even in Middle East. There's one company, a restaurant chain. It's
because it's an obvious. Once again,
they have the first strategic Bitcoin reserve.
Like that guy said, there's some infinite money glitch, right? So it's always going to be there, right?
To go to stocks.
So it's exactly. And speaking about stocks, MSTY. You guys have heard of that? About that?
What happened?
Have you heard of MSTY stock?
Well, someone commented it before.
Well, MSTY. Why don't you click on the star for thoughts on Caspa as well? Right there. That was a good one. There we go. That's a good question. Yeah, we'll get back to you on that one. But MSTY, right, is a stock, well, actually an ETF, right, that allows people to earn money on traders trading MSTR. You loan them money through the stock, and they trade MSTR, and then they pay a dividend. The dividend in the past year, since it just started only a year ago, has been 150%.
Oh my God. Passive income. Come
Exactly. So it's a massive passive income.
Yeah.
This is also from Saylor, MSTY, or
No,
somebody?
it's somebody else doing this. And so you guys should check it out. I mean, you could ask ChatGPT all the questions you like. It's actually a regulated stock. I'm not trying to sell it. I'm not making any money from it. It is just there, and you can buy it. And I own some. Wait. Let's just. Yeah, we can't do it on that keyword. But anyways, what were you trying to do?
I wanted to put up the MS.
Oh, okay, there you go.
TY or
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just listen to the Vice President J.D. Vance says Bitcoin and crypto is a hedge against the skyrocketing inflation. Yes. You guys can hear it. If you want to hear it, I've already heard this.
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it? Oh shoot.
Can you?
Oh darn.
Okay.
Oh darn. Is it playing? I notice it's not playing.
Guys, is it playing?
No, it's not.
Let us know.
I don't see it on the no, it's not playing on there. Okay, wait a second here. Oops. Hang on.
Meanwhile, guys, please hit that like, okay?
Okay.
To support the live stream. Thank you.
Yes,
guys.
hit the like.
Hit the
guys.
like.
There we go.
Leave
Now.
us your comments.
Thank you. There we go. Now it will play. So let's just play that over again.
Crypto is a hedge against bad policymaking from Washington, no matter what party is in control. It's a hedge against skyrocketing inflation, which has eroded the real savings rate of Americans over the last 4 years. And as you all know well, it's a hedge against a private sector that's increasingly willing to discriminate against consumers on the basis of their basic beliefs, including their politics.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, there you go. Bitcoin is more than that because you can actually prevent governments from actually going to war. You can prevent governments from actually cheating you. You can prevent governments from freezing your bank account because, hey, what you're trying to help the children be strong, be independent? What? We can't have that. We want to make the boys girls, right? So that's the agenda. That stops that agenda. Now you can actually make men into real men, right? And not get prosecuted for it, like some people. I don't know. Can you think of anybody that's being persecuted for that? Andrew Tate? Anyways. All right, moving on. Wow. Bitcoin ETFs attract $9 billion in 5 weeks, while gold sees 2.8 billion outflows. What do you guys think about that? I want to know what's your thoughts.
Oh my God. I think gold is losing its power. It's very sad. I still think it's good for some diversification, but we're moving towards technology. So Bitcoin now is the real gold.
Your thoughts?
I agree. But gold is classic and can't be transported, and Bitcoin can. So I feel it's the future.
Yeah.
I always felt that.
I have a different opinion, slightly different opinion, an interesting one.
Tell us.
I think that people who own gold, the people who own the gold ETF, because the most people that did, when I met them and I told them, they don't have the gold there, right? And if you read these perspectives of the gold ETF, it says that if the custodial doesn't have the gold, that's not their fault. It's your fault, and you need to deal with it. You need to sue them. Yes, it's in the perspectives of the ETF, right? And so when I told people that the gold bug's that, you know what they told me? What? That's okay. I'll just get out of the ETF when it's time. And I'm like, what? Well, maybe, just maybe, it might be that time.
Maybe.
Numbers can't lie.
Exactly.
But owning a Bitcoin ETF and gold ETF isn't the same, technically.
You are right, but that's why I don't like it when people buy the Bitcoin ETF. But it's okay. Somebody has to hold the Bitcoins, and it's BlackRock that gets the Bitcoins, and you get dollars. That's cool. If you want to buy the Bitcoin ETF, fine. What you're doing is you're giving money to BlackRock to buy Bitcoin that it isn't going to pay you one. Just remember, the BlackRock has access to printing press. So if you want to sell your Bitcoin or ETF, it could just print some money and go, oh, you want that cash, right? Here you go, but print a little bit more for you. A little bit more. Thank you for getting me the asset that's limited, right? With your hard-earned money.
Yeah.
Oh, the paper that I print.
Just buy Bitcoin, guys.
Exactly.
Buy Bitcoin.
So they are getting all the advantage whilst everybody else is not. And it's going to be interesting, especially because I really believe that there could be a new monetary order that could come into effect as early as this year. Don't know. Might be, because we're getting like those vibes of 2008 vibes, right? Everywhere you see, there's lots of rumblings going on everywhere. It's not only just in the gold market, it's in the silver market too. And then the commodities, if you look at the commodities index and have the price of commodities against stocks, it's at its absolute low, like where Great Depression lows, right? So in comparison, right? In the comparison, so that means there's something off, right? Why is asset prices super high and commodities prices are super low? Ever thought about that, right? That's a little bit fishy, right?
It's all fishy, yeah. True.
Yeah, think about silver. Silver is the only asset the only commodity out of all the commodities on this planet that has never ever seen its all-time high.
Never ever.
Never. Since 1980. So whilst every single asset, every single commodity from 1980 to now has gone, not only seen its all-time high, it's beyond its all-time high.
But silver never.
Silver never.
Interesting. Never noticed, but
most people don't.
But it's a very stable asset also, right?
Yeah, nobody noticed that. So it's an interesting asset class to hold, and that's why I constantly buy silver myself as well, physical silver to hold.
Not an ETF.
No, not you crazy. You crazy. Oh, Glassnode, right? It's saying BTC options opened interest recently hit an all-time high of 46 billion, up from the 25 billion from the lows. Wow. Okay, so options open interest. Well, I know this is like, what does that mean, open interest? Well, it just means how many people have opened up contracts and stuff like that. This is just contracts with not actual people buying Bitcoin. It's people betting one way or the other on Bitcoin. That's what it means, right? That's all the different bets, one way or the other on Bitcoin.
Okay.
And that's what that is. So that's an all-time high. Interesting. Well, this means that people are into Bitcoin. That's all. BlackRock got free $3.2 billion in Bitcoin in the last 7 days. Free. It's free.
Absolutely free.
Well, it's free for them. You got to pay for it. BlackRock, as you know, I'm Larry Fink. Pretend I'm Larry Fink. I'm going to pretend to be Larry Fink. I'm like, as the owner of BlackRock, I'd like to thank you for helping me buy Bitcoin for absolutely nothing. I'm glad that you gave me this opportunity to get some Bitcoin with your money. And you're like, but you owe me that Bitcoin back. No. I owe you dollars.
Totally, yeah. 3.2 billion. Wow.
Oh, by the way, I print that. Oh, damn. It is such a joke.
It is.
Do the people who, like the corporations which give money to, like BlackRock buys ETF, or they buy the real Bitcoin?
They buy the Bitcoins.
They buy the real Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they benefit then also mostly from the raising, right? Like not from the raising, from the growth of Bitcoin,
No, they benefit from the fees
which
of
are
the-
created
from
for
the
fund
ETF.
managers.
So let's just say if Bitcoin were to, at this current level of how many Bitcoins they've got, if Bitcoin were to go to $1 million, you know how much fees they would collect each year? $4.2 billion annually in fees.
Crazy.
If
Like this fund manager fees. and
yeah,
stuff,
just fees.
just because they manage the funds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like another fund which manage funds for people, they also have their fees.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is
It's
quite
sweet.
enough.
It's a
for
sweet
them.
deal for them, right? So not only that, they get to keep the Bitcoin too, because they don't have to pay you back
Yeah.
I think
Bitcoins. They can pay you in dollars. That's all they're legally bound to give you. Period.
But I think if the wallets or something gets hacked or there's a security flaw, that's the worst what can happen, right?
Exactly, and yeah, that's what would happen to.
But this Bitcoin would never be able to come back to any exchange.
Oh yes, it would.
I don't think so. How?
Oh yes, it would, because guess what?
There's a mixer.
Yeah, exactly. There's lots of mixers, and
But
you know,
they-
did you know that we were talking about it yesterday on the show? The $1.4 billion that was stolen from Bybit, half of it has already been completely laundered, and they can't really figure out where it is, and it's all in Bitcoin.
Oh.
Yeah, so it is possible, very
They
possible.
were using Torchain, right?
They've used a lot of different
And a lot of
networks, a
things.
lot of different networks, not
Lot
just
of
one.
gas fees. They
Tor
created.
was the what's it called? That was the Thor chain was only $2.4 million. So it was not much, not much.
Yeah.
There was broken out to what they used. There was one wallet that they used, and you know what? If you watch the show from the live stream from yesterday, I talked about it and I showed you which wallets they used and stuff like that and how they used it. So, but let's move on.
Yeah, crazy.
There's a question here for you, Da Vinci.
Yeah, well, we could get to that. Just hit the star beside that question, and we can get back to that shortly. Okay, wallet holding 100 to 1,000 BTC quietly added 122,330 BTC in the last 6 weeks. Shh. Why are they saying that, man? Why are they talking about that? I don't know. I mean, it makes it hard for people like me to add more Bitcoin to my wallets,
Oh gosh.
right? If you're going to talk about that. Yeah. So there's some people who sell Bitcoin and we thank you because we need to buy, right? And then there's people who buy Bitcoin and they are happy when the price goes down so that you can sell it to them.
Thank you
Because-
guys for selling.
Yes, yes. So what do you guys think about this? Matthias? People buying Bitcoin, whales buying Bitcoin.
Well, it's a very good sign, of course, but quietly.
But quietly.
Just silently. Just
No, they're just whales.
It's
They're just
just
buying a little
one,
bit
two here.
They
there.
know something.
But,
One,
but
two,
it's a
yeah.
very
People
good
don't
sign
know.
because they already bought long time ago and now they're buying at a high price, which makes the average price go extremely higher. But they probably believe in a few $100,000 in Bitcoin or even more.
Yeah, maybe it's not that high now.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Just maybe.
Okay, Peter Schiff has something to say. He says, I made you all. I made you all. That's what he's saying. Listen to this.
I'm proud of, right? But this is a fact. Based on what I've been told by countless people who have asked me to pose for selfies with them, I am probably responsible for more people owning Bitcoin than any other person at this conference.
What?
And every time I tell
What?
Oh, he's so funny. Come
What?
on.
Yeah, because
What?
Yeah, but people follow
how's
him.
How's that mathing?
You know, people follow him, and everything he's telling, people do the opposite thing. Like smart people. You know, he's.
I guess,
saying-
but come on, man. Really?
Oh, you know, now everyone will do
I
that.
think since he is a little bit of an opponent of Bitcoin and he always competes, debates with other Bitcoiners like you, for example, David. Also, a lot of people wake up because the gold people follow him,
Yeah.
but because of him, they actually convert into
Bitcoin.
the Bitcoin side.
Yeah, yes, sir.
He's a bit responsible.
A bit, but
You know,
come
he's
on,
talking about
man.
Bitcoin every single day.
But-
Da Vinci. He posts about Bitcoin every single day.
But he
Whenever-
hates about it. He says it's
Yeah,
horrible.
but
it's going to
every
zero.
single day.
It's going to
kind of
zero.
Bad marketing is also marketing, and he's talking about it every single day on his Twitter, on his Instagram, everywhere.
Oh my God. Do you know there's a video of him? You know when he first heard about Bitcoin? He heard about Bitcoin when it was just $6. I remember because I was listening to that show because I used to listen to every
on
single
what I've
one of
been
his
told.
shows.
Yeah.
The Wall Street Unspun. So every single one, right? Well before Bitcoin came on,
Yeah.
before I even knew what Bitcoin was, right? And I was so excited when he first heard about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And he was finally talking about it on the show. I got so excited because I figured he would see the power of Bitcoin. But he didn't. He said, how do you know if I put $10,000 into this Bitcoin that I'm going to have $10,000 in 10 years? Right? How do I know? Well, obviously, we all know that ended up being like, several $billion. So, yeah, a little bit of a mistake there, right?
Yeah, a little bit. But now you see.
There's some hopium on the side, on the horizon for Ethereum. Ethereum hopium. I was thinking, oh, really? Look, institutions are silently accumulating while the rest of the world sleeps on Ethereum. Okay, let's take a look at some of the buys on the ETF. Oh. A whole $84 million. Woo! Wow. That was crazy. Just yesterday, 84 million. That's a lot of money compared to what did the ETF? What did the Bitcoin ETF do? Oh yeah, billions.
Billions of billions.
$1 billion last year. Let's see. Let's take a look at what the ETF inflow was just the other day.
It's so slow now.
Oh, just
Wow.
a piddly 432 million. Piddly.
Yeah. I don't know. Ethereum was
But
kind of. What do you recommend it?
Yeah,
I
let's
think it's a lot of money, but a lot of them are also selling, yes?
look at this ETF. Like, oh yeah, 91, 84, 91. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I think Bitcoin's doing slightly better.
course.
Slightly.
But isn't it here? Isn't this the negative?
Oh yeah,
number?
yesterday looks like it went.
Outflow.
There was an massive outflow, but the day before.
Yeah.
So maybe we negated each other here.
But there was almost $1 trillion on the 22nd.
And look how much went into BlackRock right here. Well, the outflow went out of what's it called, FBTC mostly, and then BlackRock added 125 million, dwarfing what was added to
Yeah.
to the ETF, all of the ETF of Ethereum. So there it is. All right, guys, let's take a look at what Bitcoin's closing out for the month. 12%, 12.5%. It looks like. I was hoping for a little bit more. I was hoping for 52%.
Okay.
Right? That would have been nice, right? But oh well, it is 12%. I can live with that. an up month. So
At least it's green.
yes, green is good. Green
Yeah.
is good. All right, guys. So now we're going to get to the section. We're going to get to your questions, right? So hopefully, Mendy has been clicking on your liking some of your questions and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
we can like get to some of those questions later on. Alrighty, so
Get some very good love here.
good to see you
I'm
as
jealous.
well. Good to see you. All right, so next is the section that, you know, when we have new guests come on, they're like, oh man, I don't know if you watched the episode when we had what's his name, Tone Vase on here. He was like,
What's going on here? I know. Yeah, it's like,
he was so shocked. He was like, I don't know what's happening here. Right? He was confused.
are you ready, guys?
Are you ready for the degen section? The section where should you invest in what we invest and you lose all your money, that's your fault insurance.
Yeah.
If we invest in something and we secure our bloodline and you didn't invest in it, that's also your fault insurance.
Oh, God.
All right? So don't complain should I secure my bloodline. Unlikely, but if I do, that's my fault insurance right there.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, let's check it out.
Okay, so let's start off. Let me just bring up what I did yesterday, what I bought yesterday.
Let's see.
Okay, so damn, the bottom.
Oh, no.
I bought this bottom,
What is that?
and you know what? I got my ass handed to me.
What's your thoughts on this, Monday?
Oh damn! I bought it with the conviction that it was going to secure my bloodline. The bottom was going to be up,
Da Vinci, what
but it
made
looks
you
like the
believe?
bottom went down.
But what made you believe in this meme?
I don't know. I thought
Just
it could go higher. It could go higher. I know. You're thinking
Stupid.
what? But hey, so the next one I bought was
oh, that's hard.
Oh man. Damn.
This is total nuked.
Exactly. Thermal nuclear explosion detected.
Oh, you.
Absolutely destroyed on that one. This one's still alive. Look,
Oh,
I got the troll happening. I mean, I did buy when it was a lot higher yesterday, a little bit higher yesterday, because I bought in this candle. So I don't know, somewhere along there I bought. And so it's come down a little bit, but maybe.
but
Just
that's
maybe.
a huge market cap.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice market cap. I can secure the bloodline.
Yeah.
Always got you know what? Peppa Peep with $22 volume.
This.
Hold on.
on.
I want you to know that Peppa Peep, right? We talk about it every episode lately because it is the mascot of the show. Why? Because this show was brought to you by Peppa Peep. We went to dinner, me and Maurizio, we went to dinner with Crypto Kid and a few other crypto people in the space, and we were buying meme coins at the table. And we said, let's get into Peppa Peep. This is it. Let's go in deep with Peppa Peep. We're all going to secure our bloodline. And this is what happened to Peppa Peep if we were to go zooming out. Yes, that was us. And then it died. And yes, we were making jokes, so many jokes about it that we thought this would be so funny on the show.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
Whereas we were buying other meme coins, not just Peppa Peep, we bought all kinds of crap that also went to zero.
Will we buy something today?
Yes, we are.
Oh,
of course.
We'll buy something today.
Of course.
Mende, are you buying?
Of
Memes?
course. I would not
Sometimes.
recommend that, but yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some meme coins. Do you
How
see
do
anything
you-
that calls your name here? That's how we choose.
What
How do you like to choose usually? You
Whatever,
like fresh
whatever,
ones?
Just whatever you like.
fresh ones.
What you feel
Fresh ones.
attracted to?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
look
Some
like?
fresh meat.
Okay, let's check it
Okay.
out. Let's check out what's new. Like
So
what's
that's,
Let's see what Pig Pilot.
That's
Look.
really a
Oh.
true.
Pig
gamma.
Pilot.
it's
Oh,
piloting on the runway.
yeah, it flew in the wrong direction,
yeah,
right?
Okay, let's
All right,
see what's
next.
new. Maybe something.
Yeah, exactly. We got like this one was out
51 minutes
51 minutes ago.
Oh wow, that's a huge candle.
Let's see.
What's
Ooh.
that?
I don't know what it is.
Zoomans.
Zoom ins. You know what? I feel like.
How about new?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next one.
Let's see.
Dual. Degen Dual. Oh.
Degen Dual. So.
It has everything I'm. This show's about.
Yeah.
Degens, and dueling,
Yeah.
and my name Da Vinci D. Double D.
Let's get some.
We're getting some. Definitely.
We're getting some.
Yes, let's do a little bit of research. I know, research is for losers, but not for degenerates. But hey, we got 180 followers.
Oh.
Damn, it's just started, man. It's early. We got to get this.
Yeah, let's check it out.
All right, so I'm gonna
Guys,
buy.
let us know in the comments how do you
Should we
choose
buy
meme
this?
coins and
Should we
yeah.
buy this?
Yes,
yes,
Okay,
yes.
hang on. I'm gonna change the screens
But
for a second.
guys, you know memes are so risky, so we're not recommending.
Slightly.
We're not recommending to buy you the same tokens, obviously. But again, if you want to, you can do whatever you want. You know.
Exactly.
Someone is
This-
asking, what should I invest in? Well,
Bitcoin.
yeah. Bitcoin.
There you go. Bitcoin, and some more Bitcoin.
Yeah.
All right, so
Okay.
how much should we put in this? I'm gonna put in
Like one Solana.
0.1
One
Solana.
Solana.
That's a
Really?
You
I
are.
never do more than
$15.
less than-
Wow.
15 bucks is quite enough, man.
Exactly. These are early degens, man.
How many tokens we get for 15 bucks?
We got a whole lot. of
Oh,
tokens.
so imagine one token will be.
Yeah,
one.
exactly. We're gonna get a whole lot. And so what I do is I put in protection, right? What I do is I sell half when it doubles, so that I could at least if it goes for a run and then comes back. Ooh, 3 warnings. Jesus, maybe we shouldn't have bought this one.
Da Vinci, why didn't you research it before you bought it? This is the mistake of all the people.
Maybe we shouldn't have bought this
So
one.
you can make.
This is
like
what everyone does. Oh my god, it has 3 warnings, but I bought it. Okay, so I will keep it in my wallet.
Damn.
Okay, let's at least.
So
Oh,
you set
damn.
the limit sales order now,
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
and I didn't know.
I
that
sell
Jupiter
half.
On
has it.
Jupiter, yeah.
Yes,
it
you can
has.
sell half. I sell half on a double.
You can also DCA on Jupiter.
And
Very good.
yeah, so that's what I do. And so you can see some of my sales right here. Claws sold half.
Yeah.
Fart Cat sold half, right?
Oh, but this is a good strategy.
Dark Horse sold half, right? So this way I could stay in the game, right?
Yeah, and still become a millionaire.
Exactly.
From memes, right?
All right, so let's move on.
Amazing.
Get something
Okay.
fresh, something so fresh and so clean.
Let's see what's fresh here.
All
Oh,
right,
meme
so-
coins.
Okay, so which one jumps out at you? Mendy, choose one randomly.
A, B, C, D, E, F.
This one, okay.
Oh shit! This has
Oh,
Oh
I don't
my
know, guys.
God.
That's very strange.
This is this is absolutely like
This is haram.
yeah.
How about new?
Bruh.
But the performance is not bad, right?
Bruh.
This cat is cute. Naki? Neko?
Naki.
What? What?
Okay.
Noun or the
Maybe
noun
it's a
or
new meme
stem
or
from
something?
crying? What?
Crying
Crying
cat?
cat?
That's a Japanese.
This is Japanese something.
Okay.
Also looks nice performance.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just take a look.
Let's check out their Twitter.
Twitter,
Oh.
300 members. Oh, we're early. All right. 1.9 volume. All right.
Wow, that's a very good volume.
All right. Million in volume, right? All right. Let's put a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's just see here. 0.2.
That's a lot.
I know we're going
We're going
balls
oh
deep.
God.
We're going balls
Why?
deep, all in. We're going heavy,
Oh.
going heavy. But you know what? Don't worry. We're gonna put some protection, right? We always put some protection on these things, right? Because when you go inside of a cat, right, you just like it's just nasty.
Yeah. Be careful with that, cats. Yeah.
You gotta put protection when you get into these things, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's only 2 warnings, so.
Oh, 2 is better than 3.
How come we not? Did we actually buy the wrong thing? What happened here?
No, we couldn't buy the wrong thing.
Because I'm not showing. We might have accidentally bought too much of something else. Oops.
No.
Did I screw this up?
What did you buy, Da Vinci?
What did I buy?
The wrong
What?
token?
Did I buy the wrong token? Oh no.
You bought
No,
the
I
right-
bought some more of this dent stuff.
Oh.
Did I?
Yes, seems like.
No, I can't see any. Okay, let's just see. Yeah, maybe I screwed this up. Let's just
I don't see your
Control.
bars here. Also.
Control V, swap. Where's the swap? There.
Guys,
we get
what do you
any?
think?
Did we get any?
No, we don't
No.
have. How it's possible?
Could have swore we bought some.
Anyway, it's dipping.
Okay, well, let's do it again.
Naki.
I hope it goes to the moon.
So do I.
Yeah.
Did we get this? Received.
Yep.
Okay. So we did
Okay.
get something. Maybe we're getting screwed here.
But what happened?
I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, I see you just bought it, you see?
Okay.
Is it you? Yeah.
Swap. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. Alrighty.
You
Huh?
got more deal, yeah, maybe. Okay. Now
So where's
let's,
it showing? It's not showing up here now. I think this was a scam coin. Because where's it not showing up here?
Maybe it has. Maybe in the smart contract it's blocked from selling. Yeah.
You think so?
Not
No.
sure.
But how it's possible, you know?
It's very possible. On
Oh, there it is.
ETFs,
There it
so
is.
many-
There it is.
Blocked for selling?
Yes.
Okay.
Just people just can buy and that's it?
Yes. Honey.
And never sell?
Wow.
Oh, you mean that, yeah.
Wow. So be careful, guys, man. You heard it. There's some crazy coins out there.
Yeah.
But that's what these warnings sometimes
Are about, yeah?
say.
Mm-hmm. But we just ignore them. We're like,
Yeah.
whatever. Non-verified, new listing.
Oh, new.
Yeah, exactly. It's early.
Very.
Do you like
sir.
memes on it also, or you mainly do Solana?
It's too expensive.
Yeah.
What's too expensive? The fees?
The fees.
Why? They are like 10 cents, 7 cents.
No, it's
That
not.
cents pack
It's
trapped
like
it.
$3, $4. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Solana is faster. But
Mhm.
not
And
always.
faster too. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is also almost instant.
Not really. I mean,
Absolutely.
we could put that to the test right now. Let's find a nice meme coin on Ethereum. Let's see here.
Okay.
How do
let's
we
see.
sort by Ethereum? Let's see here.
Well, there
Oh,
is
there it is.
one meme
Yeah.
coin, Da Vinci, which was going up and down a lot. And it reaches sometimes 3 million, and now it's back at 300K.
Okay, and let's
Typical meme coin.
Yes, exactly.
This one.
Okay.
So
Rough.
sometimes it's at 10K, 15K, sometimes
So
it's
take
at...
some profits.
No, I took a lot of profits.
Or you're
Memes?
never selling your memes.
All right,
yeah,
so
you
this
see.
one right here, corn. Let's just buy this corn here,
Oh, you see?
right?
Ethereum meme.
Ethereum meme, right? And let's go here. And we're going to swap Ethereum, corn. What's this? Wrapped ETH.
That's the...
Can't find a token,
What?
right? Find a token, manually add it to token or parse address. Okay, so we have to go through another, we're gonna have to go through where is it? What exchange is this on?
Imagine how hard
See
it
how
is
it is?
for
I know
newbies to get into
I know exactly.
memes.
So where's the exchange on this?
When even us are a little bit struggling with
Where do you
that.
see the exchange?
No, I would just take the smart contract and add it manually.
Yeah, we did, and it didn't work.
This is another way how to do it.
Connect to MetaMask.
This will work also.
Okay. Yeah, guys, sometimes it's so hard to get
I
into
know,
memes.
exactly.
We're struggling with that.
Exactly.
sometimes.
Okay, so
Nice.
so high slippage. Let's not go with that. And I guess we could hit buy. 0.05.
So
Okay.
what are the fees?
We're buying $13 worth, or no?
What are
And
the fees?
You send $13. Where's the
I
fees?
think we'll.
Oh
That
wow,
were
that's
fees?
a lot of
Yeah,
fees.
$2.32.
It's a lot, yeah.
Right? So
Yeah, we could
we
buy another
confirm,
meme.
and look at this. Look at this. It's let's just see. Wait, let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait some more, and we'll wait some more,
It's super slow and expensive.
and we'll wait some more, and we'll wait some more, and waiting some more, and we'll go and wait even more,
Yeah,
and then we're gonna continue waiting for a very long time,
This is, for example, my
and maybe
guess.
it's already done.
and we're still waiting,
Solana is better.
But that
And
is
still
also
waiting.
because of MetaMask and this.
And
this
still waiting.
Extra.
I don't think so.
But how do you get memes
don't
on
tell-
Dex Screener without MetaMask? I mean,
You get it on board.
It is not
Wow.
it is not good. It is not good for Ethereum. I mean, it's a lot faster if you use one of the shards. For example, if you use Base and stuff like that,
Yeah.
it's a lot faster
Base is crazy fast.
because there's nobody on there, right? That's why.
yeah. But
And
you have to
so-
figure out a lot of things.
Yeah,
before you
exactly.
Go into it.
And so, whilst Ethereum itself, it's just too
We're
congested.
still waiting. Look at that.
Exactly, and sometimes it will fail. You'd be waiting here,
God.
Wow.
and then sometimes it
It's
will
very
fail.
bad experience. We do
Yes,
not
it
have
is.
something like this.
Yes, it is. It is.
I will
It is.
swap now something on
It is.
my wallet.
It is a nasty experience for most people when it comes to Ethereum, the Ethereum main network. I mean, if you use, of course, all the other shards, it's pretty fast, right? There's a lot of shards of Ethereum, right? Not just Base, right?
Yeah.
Of course, and then you could use. There we go.
Yeah, it was cancelled.
There you go. So there it is, right?
Crazy.
It takes forever,
Well, that's really bad experience.
right? And then you don't get your
Yeah.
your trade, right? So
But I'm glad I see that.
yeah, so
Because
this
I
is what
never traded this way. And I'm glad I'm seeing this.
But you use Solana, right? For
Yeah.
Dex
Solana is, and yeah, I use usually
Screener?
Phantom.
That's why. Let's get back to Solana.
exactly. I mean, it is fast on BSC, right? Base, right? Avalanche and stuff like that. Yeah, a ton, right? Also Sui and stuff like that. Sui's also fast, but
Yeah.
oh, we have to end this right now. Can't continue
Yeah,
because we have to get
Maybe
into
some questions, right?
the Q&A. So let's do that to end the
Let's
show.
Go to the favorites.
And
So we have a couple of comments here.
okay, let's choose the comment there.
Okay, guys.
So
we're
Question.
getting into
Interesting
questions.
comments.
Everyone's certain that alts are dead. We are about to enter the part of the cycle when they explode. ETH and Sol now getting their versions of strategy, SLR rule change will usher in the private bank QE. Okay. I don't know if everybody's doing the MicroStrategy plan with Ethereum or Solana. I'm not sure if that's that. I'm not saying it's not impossible, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what's possible when it comes to that. The problem is, right, with doing that kind of strategy is that there's less certainty with all the other alts, right? That it's going to go up, and then there's even more volatility with like Solana and Ethereum, as you know, because you saw how far Ethereum
Yeah.
dropped. It went from 4,000 to 1,300 in a very short span, and
Yeah.
Solana $300 to $95. So it makes it difficult for investors to to say, okay, I'll convert it to stock if it goes up 30%, when it can go down 66%.
Right. Makes sense.
So I'm not sure. Not saying it's impossible. Not saying it's impossible, but I'm not sure that that's the case. With that said, I think money is coming into space, and the odds will go up. It's just not going to beat Bitcoin. In fact, if we take a look at the dominance, right? Let's bring up the dominance for these people quickly. I'm just going to bring up the dominance here. You can see the dominance is trying to break back above that green line, which was, I've drawn this. Like, if you've been watching my show, I have like lines and stuff like that. All these lines that go back this is on a daily, but I have to go back 2 weeks. I usually do this with a 2-week time frame. If we go back with a 2-week time frame and auto sign, you can see that if you were watching my channel, all these lines here were drawn a long time ago, except for this last red one. I just recently added that last red one as a possibility. And the rest of them, this one, purple one, these are the lines that are most important. And you can see they broke Bitcoin. This is the dominance, meaning that as this goes higher, it means Bitcoin is more valuable than all the market cap of all the other cryptocurrencies combined.
Yeah.
Wow.
All other cryptocurrencies. As this goes up, Bitcoin's getting more valuable. And what I said at the very beginning, right? I said that once this thing broke here, right? This level here, these levels, these green levels that I was mentioning before, and it was trying to break out, and it came back, retested. Once it broke, the target was 64%.
Okay.
It wasn't going to be right away, I said, but it was going to be 64%. And we already went to 64%. And now that we're at 64%, if we do not back off here, if we do not back off from the 64%, that means we're going to be a quick ride to 74%. Failing to back off from that, it's 95%.
Okay.
It's a very high chance.
So yeah, the dominance is rising.
95 fucking percent dominance for Bitcoin. So, this question, I'm sorry, guy.
It's bad for the alt season.
Yes. yeah. A little bit.
Time to sell all your memes
A little bit.
and buy Bitcoin.
When BTC nuclear pump, when everyone is buying, people are buying now.
Zoom out.
Exactly, people are buying now. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you guys agree?
Zoom out the chart.
All right, next question. Choose another question. Isn't the FTX payouts today something like 6 billion or so? Yeah, but it's going to take a while before people actually take that cash.
I think it's
And move it.
in my account because I received email from BitGo.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So they say it should be in my account on May, and I'm accepted. So I think when I go home, I have to log in,
Yeah.
and then I see.
Let us know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I think today is the day where a lot of people
Yeah.
get their money back and hopefully buy more Bitcoin.
I had 10,000 in there, and I didn't bother doing my claim on that shit. I was like, whatever,
Yeah.
They ask a lot of questions,
whatever.
a lot of KYC, AML.
Whatever. I was
And
like, and I didn't bother. I didn't bother going through all that nonsense. I didn't have much in there, so
that's
anyway.
an interesting question, which many people asking.
I know.
Okay.
Personally, I think it's a big threat. But I also know that talking with some Bitcoin core devs, that they will just go one block back, make a new fork with quantum resistance, and Bitcoin will continue.
This is incorrect.
But that's what
That's
Todd
incorrect.
said.
This is incorrect.
Why?
Okay.
What will happen then?
I'll
Do you
explain.
think Okay, explain.
Okay. All right. So, is quantum computing a threat to Bitcoin? The answer is yes and no. If you use Bitcoin correctly, it is not a threat to your Bitcoins. Why? Bitcoin was designed with the understanding that encryptions always get broken eventually. If you have that understanding, you design it in a specific way. One of the specific ways it designed it is that your address, which is called also a public key, right? Not in the current version. In the current version of Bitcoin, when you're using SegWit addresses, is not a full-fledged public key. It's a little bit different, but it's a little bit more complicated for this video. But it is a hash of a public key. What does that hash mean? If you ask ChatGPT, can I convert my address from my Bitcoin address to a public key, which then I can convert to a private key, can I do that? They'll say no. There's no way to get the public key. And if you ask it, if there's no way to get the public key, and I transfer Bitcoin to that address, how can a quantum computer steal my Bitcoin? And it'll go, it can't. Bam! So go and ask your AI system today that question.
All right.
It's like that.
Satoshi knew.
So as soon as you move your Bitcoins, then it becomes vulnerable, right? So for example, if you move your Bitcoins, you have to reveal your public key in order to prove that that's yours, right? The public key allows the system to prove that those Bitcoins are yours and that you signed the address, your signature signs it away to somebody else. And so by design, you transfer all your Bitcoins out of any particular address and move it to a new one. That's the proper use of Bitcoin, is that you never use an old address again. Never.
Okay.
But the old address still belongs to you.
Yes, it does.
If you receive something, because every
yes,
time the
yes.
transaction, it creates.
But that's why you're
somehow
never supposed to use the same address over and over again. You're supposed to create a new address every single time. In fact, if you use a payment system, it's always creating new, proper payment system. It's always creating new addresses for people to pay.
Yeah.
And then once you paid, you sweep it into a new address, all the payments. That's how it works. That's how you're supposed to use it properly.
Okay, guys.
There it is, right? And by then, if you use it properly, it is quantum resistant. And should they break the encryption and your Bitcoins are stored in an address that you've never used, you've never transferred Bitcoin away from that, you are safe. In the current address system, which you're using, what's it called, SegWit or Taproot, that address system does not reveal your public key if you're just transferring Bitcoin to another address. It only does it if you use complex, contracts. Mm-hmm. It does not reveal their public key. It only does it in certain cases, right? If you want to know more how that works, you're going to have to ask ChatGPT. It's very complicated. But yeah, so there you go. It is both quantum resistant and not quantum resistant at the same time. Got it?
Well, let's hope it never gets hacked.
It will never get hacked in the sense of assuming that you just use a new address, you'll never be able to, somebody's never going to take your Bitcoin. The only problem is they can take the 1 million Bitcoins that Satoshi has. The reason why the first addresses were directly, the address was directly the public key. So the address is the public key in the first version of Bitcoin. And so then the address was changed to a hash afterwards. So his Bitcoins are vulnerable to, what's it called? A quantum computer.
But then all the Ethereum.
Oh yeah, every Ethereum, Solana are all, they're screwed. Because it is the public key.
Exactly.
Yeah, everything else is screwed. Everything. Yes, anything. Well, not everything, because there are certain like Caspa, ADA, a few others that uses hashes as their addresses,
Yeah.
and so there's not everything that's screwed. It's just the ones that don't use hashes to cover up the public key.
So when do you think we will have this technology that will be able to hack like all those Ethereum and Solana?
Well, in order to do that, right, there's a debate on how many qubits you need, right? Right now, most quantum computers have like 1, 2, maybe 3 qubits at the most. And they're saying, some people are saying 2,000, some people are saying 2 million. It doesn't matter how much qubits are really, because let's just say it's 2,000. Let's just say it's a 100, right? We're only at 3 right now, and they can't do it right now,
Okay.
right? As they add more qubits, what happens is, let's just say we get to 10 qubits. They'll come up with an algorithm that says, oh, we could crack it in 20 years. Right?
Okay.
With 10 qubits.
Okay.
And that's legitimately broken. But in 20 years, one address, right?
Okay, we still have some time.
Right? So
It's okay.
that's a legitimate break, right?
Yeah.
And so with that,
Not bad.
it'd be like, they'll tell you, oh, panic, your Bitcoin's not safe, right? But then right at that point, the developers have plenty of time to go, okay, well, we'll just fix it,
Yeah.
right?
So we still have time. Oh.
Yeah, because you won't need the 2,000 qubits, because that 2,000 qubits is to crack it instantly. You only need 10 to do it over a long period of time, right?
We're
Okay.
still not there, yeah.
Exactly. And right now with 3, they can't even do it. So there it is.
Okay.
But they were doing some crazy stuff with below 1 qubit because they were able to control it in some way. So they can't even control it.
Yeah, there's
this willow
the
chip.
scary thing about quantum computer, right? Which it took me freaking years to understand quantum computers. Only this year I finally figured it out. It's kind of really scary when you really think about it. Because I was struggling with it. I was struggling because it was not making any sense to me. Every time somebody tried to explain it to me, what do you guys talking about? And finally I got it. What happens is with a quantum computer, it is basically with the understanding that at the quantum level, whatever you want to think, whatever you want to believe to happen, it can make it happen. And that's what's happening with qubits. It's just because the reason why is that did you know if you look at if you shine a light in a certain way and nobody's observing it, it acts differently than when you observe it.
Yeah.
And so this principle of observation changes things, right? Just looking at it means that conscious thought can give you the result that you want. So effectively, what it's really doing is kind of like you're looking at, yeah, exactly. You're looking at it and and when you look at it, you're getting what you want.
Yeah.
It's sort of like giving you what you want at an instant. That's how it works.
Interesting.
It's next level. It's almost like magic.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, it's using the fact that your thought and existence actually causes the result you want.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a very good...
That's crazy.
it's totally crazy. But what you explain in the new Black Mirror season, I think the 2nd or 3rd episode, is with a lady. She builds a quantum computer and she imagines anything she imagines she is.
That's effectively what quantum
Because it
universe
jumps
basically means. Is it's your thoughts can produce whatever you want, and so that's why a lot of the quantum scientists are a little freaked out. Anyways, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. We'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Bye bye.